The universe encompasses all. Time, space, and matter exist within it. Our Earth is a speck whirling in this universe, orbiting one of the 200 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy. This immense structure is merely a drop in the ocean of galaxies spread across a distance of 90 billion light-years. This is our home, our Earth, a cozy one filled with comforts. Putting aside daily tasks, take a look at the sky and marvel at its vastness. Can you see the stars twinkling against a black canvas? The stars we see are merely a small part of our Milky Way galaxy. We reside in this galaxy and only see a fraction of it at night. Despite the vastness of our galaxy, does it have any significance compared to the entire universe? Welcome, my friends. I am Shyam Tomar, inviting you on a journey to the edge of the universe. This is the International Space Station. It is orbiting the Earth at a speed of 27,580 kilometers per hour, which is about 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface, and it revolves around the Earth about 16 times in 24 hours. As we go further up from the International Space Station, we see some more things made by humans in space. Thousands of satellites sent by ISRO are circling the Earth. There is a network of satellites in space. Let's go further. See the view of the Earth from such a top, how beautiful our blue planet looks. Well, we have reached the moon. Before us, 12 astronauts have arrived here, in which Neil Armstrong was the first person who landed on its surface, and his footprints can still be seen on the surface of the moon. There is no atmosphere on the moon. Due to this, these marks will remain like this for centuries. We are about 4 lakh kilometers away from our home right now, and our planet from the moon looks like this. It looks like a blue marble in space. The surface of the moon looks like a battlefield, which has suffered the brunt of comets and asteroids for the last billions of years. The moon has no atmosphere that burns comets or asteroids in space. Fortunately, our Earth has an atmosphere that protects us from threats from space. Let's take a long leap in space. It is the brightest planet in our solar system, Venus. It is called the younger sister of the Earth because it is a rocky planet like Earth, whose gravity is almost the same as Earth. But this planet is like a hell because it has heavy rain, not of water but of acid. The clouds that are visible in its atmosphere are of sulfuric acid. Venus is the only planet in our solar system that has the most greenhouse effect. The heat of the sun comes on it, but cannot go back, due to which the heat remains trapped inside its atmosphere. This is the reason that Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system, with a temperature of 465 degrees Celsius. There are a lot of volcanoes on its surface, which make this planet more dangerous. Nothing can survive on this angry planet. Let's take our journey further. It is the closest planet to the Sun, Mercury. The Earth of this planet looks like our moon, on which there are large craters. There is a lot of difference in the temperature of day and night of this planet. Its temperature reaches minus 170 degrees Celsius at night. So it exceeds even 400 degrees Celsius during the day. Let's go on. This is our God. This is the one who is maintaining life on Earth with his energy. The sun is so heavy that its gravity is controlling the whole solar system. The flares that spring from it are so large that they travel thousands of kilometers above the sun's surface. Let's proceed with our travel. This is the closest planet to Earth, Mars. Its soil is red. Hence, it is also known as the Red Planet. Scientists are greatly interested in learning about the planet Mars because scientists have a hunch that Mars is our past. Scientists believe that life on Mars was abundant in the past. There were oceans present on Mars's surface, rivers were present, it had its own atmosphere. But today, this planet is desolate and barren. Today, scientists are busy finding life on this planet, even if it's just in the form of tiny bacteria. And they're thinking about setting up settlements on this planet in the future. If we've come all the way to Mars, how can we miss it? This is Olympus Mons. an ancient volcano. This volcano on Mars is 3 times higher than Mount Everest on Earth, making it the tallest peak in our solar system. If we look at the scale from the perspective of Mars, this gives a certain perspective. Now moving on, we enter the asteroid belt, which is quite intimidating because we're amidst huge floating rocks that orbit the Sun in this asteroid belt. There are so many of these asteroids that if they merged, they could form a huge planet, even large enough to accommodate a city, as large as dwarfs, the planets and celestial bodies formed billions of years ago in our solar system. But the dust in the asteroid belt remains as it is. A major power could prevent this dust from becoming a planet, and that power was Jupiter. Jupiter's high gravity prevented the asteroids in the asteroid belt from becoming a planet. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system and is so large that even combining all other planets in our solar system couldn't be as big. For all of Jupiter's violent and destructive nature, its moons could potentially support life. Europa is one of Jupiter's numerous moons, completely enveloped in a thick ice layer. Scientists believe that beneath the frozen surface of Europa, water exists in its liquid state, which raises the prospects of life. The chances of finding scientific life on Jupiter's moon Europa in our solar system are promising. Our next stop is Saturn, the most beautiful planet in our solar system. Saturn's beauty is enhanced by its rings, which spread millions of kilometers above its surface. Saturn is considered the jewel of our solar system. This is a moon of Saturn called Titan. It has its own atmosphere with wind, rain, and changing seasons. It even has rivers and oceans. This moon surprisingly looks very similar to Earth, but the rivers and oceans aren't made of water. They're made of liquid natural gas. If we could somehow transport this natural gas to Earth, it's so much that it could light up our cities for thousands of years. Scientists believe that billions of years from now, when the sun starts to heat up and becomes a red giant, Titan will be in the habitable zone. By then, Titan will have conditions similar to Earth. It is due to this reason that scientists think of Titan as a possible future habitat for humans. Now we are so far away from our home that from here, our Earth looks like a simple dot. As we go further into space, Earth will gradually disappear from our line of sight. Our next stop is the planet Uranus. In the ancient times, we had no knowledge at all about Uranus or Neptune until the invention of the telescope. The last planet in our solar system is Neptune. Our next stop is Uranus. In ancient times, no information was known about Uranus and Neptune until the telescope was invented. Nepal is the last planet of our solar system. Our solar system is very big, but even after Nepal, our solar system does not end. If we move further in the depths of our solar system, then we reach the previous asteroid in the Kuiper belt. Pluto, which is 20 times wider than the belt and 200 times more than the planets, is also a member of this Kuiper belt. There are larger objects than the asteroid belt in the Kuiper belt, which also have their moons due to their own gravity. Let's cross the Kuiper belt and move forward. 13 billion kilometers away from our Earth, this is the farthest object from the Sun. There is a dwarf planet, which is a space object that is orbiting the Sun farthest. It was discovered in 2003. It can complete one orbit of the Sun in 1,000 years. Let's now move out of our solar system. We have just entered interstellar space. See what it is traveling in the depths of space. Oh, this is the Voyager 1 spacecraft. This is the only spacecraft that is the farthest thing made by humans. It has gone 19 billion kilometers away from Earth so far. This spacecraft has covered many questions of space. It is traveling 20 times faster than the bullet from the gun. Let's take our journey further. Now we have come so far from the limits of our solar system that our sun is visible like a common star from here. But its gravity can be felt even from such a distance, because billions of comets can be seen here, which are bound by the sun's gravity. There is so much water in these comets that if all these are collected, it fills the oceans larger and deeper than the Earth. Scientists believe that most of the water on Earth came from comets. According to the panspermia theory, life on Earth is caused by comets. In these small icy rocks floating in space, life can exist in the form of bacteria in a microscopic form. A huge cloud of comets surrounds our solar system, which is called the Oort cloud. It is believed that this Oort cloud is at the last boundaries of the gravity of our solar system. After this, the gravity of the sun starts to weaken, due to which the sun's pull remains very less after this. Now the journey from here will be in an unknown and mysterious space, where it is dark. It is so dark that we will not be able to see anything with our eyes. We will need infrared vision to see here. We have come very far from our Earth, but this is a small step in the cosmic relative. From here we are seeing billions of stars around, but right now we are moving towards the nearest constellation. This is our neighboring solar system. It is so far from us that it takes our sunlight 4.3 years to reach this constellation. The name of this constellation is Alpha Centauri. It contains a trio of stars, with Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B being part of a binary star system. Within this constellation, there's a planet known as Proxima Centauri B, located in a habitable zone similar to Earth, where alien life could potentially exist. Moving on with our journey, we're currently 10 light years away from Earth, facing a young star that's just begun its life cycle. There are yet to be planets formed within this constellation, but who knows, maybe one will be born that's capable of harboring life just like Earth, but that will take billions of years. As we continue, we now find ourselves 20 light years away from Earth, passing through a constellation that was born alongside our own solar system. Its name is Gliese 581. And one of its unique features is a planet that mirrors Earth in so many ways that there's a high possibility of alien civilization existing there. Despite the countless billions of stars located within our Milky Way galaxy, which would take a lifetime to explore or even count, let's forge on. Here we have our Milky Way galaxy, home to billions of stars, including our very own sun. This galaxy is so vast that if light were to travel from one end to the other, it would take 105,700 years. But our galaxy is nothing compared to the bigger galaxies in the universe. There are many galaxies much larger than the Milky Way, so let's leave behind our solar system and galaxy and enter intergalactic space. As we venture into intergalactic space, we begin to see billions of galaxies far and wide. But these galaxies are not randomly scattered. They're grouped together in what we call a galaxy cluster. The Milky Way and its neighboring galaxies are part of such a cluster, known as the local group. The local group of galaxies extends over 10 million light years. As we continue our journey, we come across more clusters of galaxies much like our local group. Several galaxy clusters combined form a supercluster. One such supercluster is the Virgo supercluster. Our local group is part of this Virgo supercluster and appears as a tiny patch within it. We've traveled so far from home that we've left not just the sun and our galaxy behind, but also our local group of galaxies, which now just appear as a small patch. Isn't the Virgo supercluster truly colossal? the Virgo supercluster is made up of a local group of more than 100 galaxies and spans 110 million light years. Let's continue our journey. What is this? As we move forward, we come across countless superclusters like the Virgo supercluster. This group of superclusters is named the Laniakea supercluster, and our Virgo supercluster is just a small spot within it. Even our local group of galaxies is not visible as a speck within this. The Laniakea supercluster is spread across an area of 520 million light years and contains countless sections like superclusters. Let's continue our journey. As we venture further, the Laniakea supercluster also appears smaller. From such a distance, it merely appears as a small patch. Oh my god, my mind is boggled. Nonetheless, let's continue our journey. Here is our observable universe in which our Laniakea supercluster is but a tiny dot. But does this conclude our journey? Is the universe really this expansive? Well, like I just said, this is the observable universe. Everything we know about the universe is only up to here. The universe may be expanding beyond this, proceeding possibly to infinity, but we receive no light from there, hence we cannot know anything beyond the observable universe. Scientists speculate that there might be countless universes like ours out there, where our universe is merely a tiny drop in a vast ocean. Nobody really knows if the multiverse or multiple universes exist, and we certainly don't have any proof of the concept of the multiverse, referred to as the super universe. But it's safe to say that the observable universe can't be the end of everything. There's definitely something beyond that which we don't know about. But what could it be? It's possible that our observable universe is just a small patch within the super universe. So, how was your journey to the edge of the universe? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more such interesting videos. And don't forget to hit the bell icon.